me, and they're on.
I'm scooting back over. Hi guys, we're back. Where's the headphones?
Hello everybody, my name is
Thank
Jonathan.
you.
Welcome back to our playthrough of Marty's Corner.
Our playthrough? Yeah, we're currently live on Twitch right now. I'm lying. We don't have a camera to actually stream on Twitch. That would be funny though. On Marty's Corner, uncut. Uncut and uncensored.
So we could say what the hell we want.
Not really, because, you know, Twitch streaming platform, it has standards.
You could say hell.
Well, it doesn't quite have standards. Not after the art update.
Twitch with standards?
What?
No.
Oh, do you not know about the art update on Twitch?
No.
Oh boy. Are we even allowed to discuss that on the platform, on like the podcast?
You're editing this.
Don't know.
True, I am editing this. But still, it's time for me to have to edit out. So do I want to have to edit it out or play the guessing game if I should keep it in? Anyways, hi guys, we're back. It's me, Robin, Jonathan, Sebastian. We're back.
We're back.
2024!
Jesus Christ. How's it still January?
It's February.
It's February.
Thank God!
But get this, it's a leap year!
No, you're right. We have an extra February.
For everyone born on a leap year on February 29th, happy birthday for turning 6 this year. The oldest joke in the book. Everyone's tired of it. Anyways, shall we begin jumping right into our galleries? Because there's a lot. There's a lot. Like this illustration thesis that's happening right now. The reception, that's going on right now. Where I was like walking in and the entire thing's like filled. Like DMC and everyone.
But if anyone hasn't seen the illustration thesis, it's on the 11th floor of Tower.
We finally went!
We went, and it's so cool.
The whole running gag of me and Jonathan being like on the 11th floor gallery. We've never been, but we imagine it looks nice up there. We finally did it after the Mad Tea Party, which was a lot of fun. We finally won. Not won.
You went.
I went. Guys, I'm verbally dyslexic. I'm like when autocorrect corrects you mid-sentence for a word that you did not mean or need. So you're sitting there, you're like trying to correct it, but it never corrects.
The way I speak, it's like ChatGBT.
But yeah, the reception is currently going on right now from 6:30 to 8. Obviously, when this is out, you will not be able to go to it. But if you did go, I hope you guys had a fun night because there was a lot of people there, and I hope it was very, very fun and all went well for our seniors in illustration.
The exhibition should still be up for another few days, till the 9th of February.
Yes. So if you didn't get to see it yet, you totally should, because there's a lot of cool people there. I saw Dan and Nick's work. I was really excited to see them.
Oh, I
knew
love Dan.
Them. Dan is awesome. I love Dan. I love Dan's style too. I can't wait to like see Dan in the next week's SGA, plug for later in the show. I'm so excited because I went to a concert and I was seeing if anyone I knew followed the musician that I went to go see, and turns out Dan does. And I kind of want to go up to Dan and be like, Dan, I got to be front row in a Bowen concert. I love Bowen.
Go for it. Tell them. They'd be
Dan,
so
guess
excited.
what? I got to be front row in a Bowen concert. And if anyone listening knows Bowen, guess what? I also got to see Gus Bonito and Kikuo. That was awesome.
My brother and his girlfriend are finally trying to visit Boston.
I'm sorry for them. Why would you want to visit Boston? What is here?
'Cause
Swan boats?
They're big fans of Larry David. He's going to be here on April 1st.
That makes sense. Continuing on, we have Intricate Rituals, a call for art. Speaking of Dan, this is Dan's gallery. Have you made cringy fan art of gay men or making men gay? Guess what? There's a call for art for it that is going to be open for the next couple days-ish. I don't know if this will be out by the time that the deadline's there. I couldn't find when the gallery is going to be up, but currently it's going to be in South Krakatorium, and it's a call for art to post your cringy middle school, high school gay fan art. The poster literally has Wallace and Scott on there making out. It's great.
So yeah,
It's not just middle school and high school. This call for art's for any gay fan art.
Yeah. I don't draw gay fan art, but I have gay art of my characters, so I can't really submit anything. It'd be like, I'm like, guys, I don't know how I would explain that. It's 2 gay demons I made out of spite for the Catholic Church, and I made them, like, passionately make out. If my parents are listening to this, I'm gonna have so much explaining to do. It's gonna be really awkward. I hope not.
Explain nothing.
I hope not.
here's how you explain. Here's how you explain. Mom, Dad, when you ask, I am Catholic. But when you don't ask, I'm not.
I have been open about not being Catholic, so that's not gonna fly. No matter what I say, it's not gonna fly. All I can say is, hi Mom, hi Dad, I'm in art school, I'm 18. Continuing on. Metamorphosis is a solo exhibition by Fallon Levitou.
Never two.
I can't tell if it's French or not, and if it's French, that's why it's screwing with me. Anyways, it's going to be on for the next 2 days. It closes on the 3rd. I am so dyslexic. It's in the Banana Room, and there's not a lot of description about it other than it's a bunch of paintings from Fallon in the Banana Room. That's literally all was listed. I am sorry, guys. I'm sure this guy is really cool, but I'm so bad with names, and I do not know as many artists as I should.
Their work looks really cool.
What a great platform to be on to discuss this on a podcast talking about paintings.
This is so great. This is perfect for the medium.
Sorry, my partner was texting me. Hi! If you're listening to this later, Cal. Hello! Hello!
Hey, Cal.
Okay, next up is Tender Farms at Massart XOA from the 1st of February, today, to the 10th of February, from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. at Massart XOA Suite CO8, whatever that means, because that's confusing.
So, in the area, because it's in like a separate building and it's a collab with Mass Art, there's like a separate suite that you gotta go to. And as we've said before, if you ever want to go see a SOA event, check the Mass Art Events website. Because when we say Suite CO8, that's not gonna stick well in your brain, because that is just like a garble of consonants and verbs. But, continuing on with that,
And First Fridays are free and open to the public.
Guys, isn't that so cool how Fridays have all these special events going on? I'm basically talking out of my ass assuming that most shit that is cool happens on Fridays. But it is a co-curated by Mass Art alum from the 2D Fine Arts Department, Paul Blanke and Emma Ann Johnson. It is an intricate vision of a petting zoo set in a reality where lab-grown meat and mechanized farming have made flesh and blood farm animals a forgotten phenomenon. My cadence saying that was horrible. I am so sorry.
I can read it.
Please.
This installation transforms the exhibition space into a multimedia display of mechanized animals. A network of motion sensors, switches, and knobs intricately woven into the environment invites visitor interaction. The intended effect is a sensory immersion into our future where the production of dairy and eggs is contingent upon electrical input rather than feed and water. It's on view until March 3rd.
Oh, on top it said like till February 10th. So I was wrong. You still got like a month to go see it.
Yeah.
But
And
2 weeks.
March 1st,
Close enough.
there's going to be a closing reception. This isn't going to come out soon enough for the opening reception, February 2nd, but you should go. It sounds really fun.
You can't make it to the opening reception, but by golly, when you hear this, you can go to the closing one. And you know what's usually at receptions? Food. That always gets the college kids, am I right?
And free entry.
Yes. If March 1st falls on a Friday.
Yeah, it does.
It does! Free entry!
Isn't that the start of spring break?
Is it? I honestly...
Wasn't it the 4th?
I
Yeah,
thought
no, it's the 4th, right?
But
Fifth?
technically, it's our last day. So.
Oh yeah, you're right. I have a class that goes until 6 on Friday, so it'd be like hauling ass to Soha. Also going on is the ceramic department's annual exhibition. Their reception is also tonight. There's like 3 receptions happening at the same time tonight from 6:30 to 8, and it's in the Student Life Gallery. I couldn't find any information about how long it's going to, but I figure it's going to last about like 1 or 2 weeks. So if you like ceramics or intended to be a ceramics major, you totally should go to it. I don't even know why I'm implying that you should go to the reception when it's happening right now. But if it's still up by the time this episode comes out, you totally could see it.
I think it's so great how many receptions are happening at the same time in separate buildings. I think that's so well thought out and planned. Everyone here at Mass Art.
It's like running around trying to hit all of them. It's like drinking around the world at Epcot. You gotta like run to hit them all before the Epcot closes.
That'll kill you.
Well, I don't mean like actually run and do it as fast as possible,
No,
but you
that's
gotta
what
like
you
pace
do.
yourself. But you're kind of running because you have to start from like a reasonable time before closing. So you kind of have to like pace yourself. But when you pace yourself, the time starts running out. I hope I'm like getting my message across.
No, I understand.
Okay.
I'm from Florida.
Oh yeah, no doy, Robin. Next one. Thinking, feeling, and wanting to become a single confused thing. And if you've seen the posters around, you would know this as the Psychedelic Art Gallery, which I got into! Yippee! There's a bunch of people that got into it. It's opening on the 4th of February, and the reception is on the 15th at 7. Thank God I don't have class that day. I would have been very upset if I did. So, Thinking, Feeling, and Wanting to Become a Single Confused Thing is an installation curated that transcends the viewer into an abstracted, psychedelic human experience, where thoughts, feelings, and wanting are always linked to create a heightened awareness and a way to view the concept of life. Questioning these ideas as a society might have... Why am I having a really time reading sentences today? Questioning the ideas we as a society might have about living in both physical science of color, pattern, and appearance, but also the psychological and philosophical ideas and questions about what it means to be alive. I did it! I read it!
Yeah.
I'm so sorry that I'm struggling with reading tonight. I honestly don't know why. I'm like looking at the sentence and all of a sudden it's just like a white screen. We also have Out of the Woods, a furniture design certificate showcase. This will be going until the 13th, from the 5th to the 13th of February. The gallery is only on weekdays, so Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. in Doran Gallery. I gotta pull up the thing because there's a lot of words on this. So it highlights a lot of people that have graduated, faculty, and will be graduating in like 2024, 2025. There's a long list of people. So if you go into the events page, you can see all the accreditations. The reception will also be on the 8th from 5 to 8.
I'm looking at this, and I'm really interested in seeing like what kind of furniture people at Mass Art make.
I gotta be honest, all I can think about is the guy that was screaming about ergonomics and testing.
Wait, what?
There was a Wentworth guy just not even speaking to the person at the cash register, but like shouting in their general direction that about ergonomics and how Mass Art students don't know the first thing about ergonomics and how he couldn't buy his protein powder. So, yeah. And that went on for a while there were people in line.
How's that our
For
problem?
the definition of ergonomics is the study of people's efficiency in their working environments. And if I'm pretty sure, based off the context I was told about the Tessie's guy, he was talking about the ergonomics of chairs. So that's why I thought of that guy when reading about this. I'm sorry to the people that actually worked very hard on this, that a guy from Tessie screaming about chair ergonomics was the first thing that came to mind for me.
Hey, I didn't know who this guy was, so I'm innocent.
You're innocent, I'm not. So Mass Arts Doran
Yeah, Mass Arts Doran
Thank
Gallery.
you.
Mass Arts Doran Graduate Gallery is Okay.
Wow.
Both of us are so good at this.
Sebastian!
Yes.
Save us.
Mass Arts Doran Graduate Gallery is pleased to present Out of the Woods, on view from February 5th to 29th.
Oh,
The
did I get the
weekday.
date wrong too? That's really embarrassing if I did.
The exhibition showcases work of Mass Arts furniture design certificate students, alongside furniture design faculty and staff, alumni, plus current BFA students working in furniture and wood. Out of the Wood speaks not only to the source of our material, but also to the newfound sense of calm and purpose students of furniture making find as they begin and grow the practice.
Thank you.
I wonder if a professor of mine, he is
Who's your
Oliver
professor?
Strand. He's my form study. He was my form study teacher, but he also taught furniture making. So he's in this.
I don't see my form study professor in this.
Shout out to Mr. Oliver Strand.
Yippee! I gotta be honest, me and my friends were trying to find like some form of website for my form study teacher last semester, and we legitimately couldn't, so we're like a bit skeptical about what this guy did and how he's a form study teacher, because he legit could not find his homework. Not his homework, his work
His
anywhere.
homework.
Well, he never posted his homework either. He never sent out emails or posted on the Google Classroom, so that's also applicable. But we couldn't find his work anywhere. He was a cryptid.
A little iffy. Okay, up next we have Stop and Stare from January 14th to the 3rd of February in the Godine Family Gallery.
So this one's been around for a while.
And the reception is right now.
Yes. At 7. I told you, there's like 3. So it's an interactive gallery show by Kira. I'm pretty sure it's not pronounced. I hope it's not pronounced. If it is pronounced stupid.
Stupid.
I don't want to. The reason I'm like, I hope it's not pronounced the way I'm saying it is because I don't want to call Kira stupid. Because it's like dangerously close to saying stupid. I don't know. I'm like reading it. I'm like, is it stupid or stupid? Anyways, I'm sorry.
way.
I'm so bad with names.
And it's fine because you wouldn't know because you wouldn't have heard it pronounced. So yeah, it's an interactive gallery show by Kira Stoop.
You see what I mean? You see what I mean?
Either Kira Stupik or Kira Stupik and Emmy Kelly. The reception is today. I'm dating this. Wow. It's February 1st and 7 p.m.
Yes.
I've been down there to see it, and it's like it looks kind of like sculpture because it's like projected onto like these cubes.
Ooh.
So it's
I know that one. Yeah, I was walking past it by the Mad Tea Party when I went. It's so cool. I love seeing like the animations too.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah, I always forget that's the Godine Family Gallery. I'm very bad.
So then we have
Morgan's Galleries. Cool Morgan! But she's not here, so we can't have Morgan read for it. But pet portraits. Morgan gave us the details on this, so if you didn't see the posters or the posters didn't have this information, we got you. It's on the 18th of February to March 2nd. Oh yeah, they both go to the same time, and the call for art for the pet portraits is open until Valentine's Day.
Oh, there's still time.
Yeah, there's still time here. Huh?
I can make something.
I made something for it, and I really hope it gets in.
My final assignment for Studio Foundation involved my dog. So
you should submit.
I did.
Yay!
I'm gonna do a painting of my cat.
You have a cat?
Yes.
I didn't know you had a cat.
I don't have them here.
Baby. I also love your dog too.
Yeah.
Poofy German Shepherd.
Oh.
So I submitted to pet portraits as well by making a pet rock. I was texting Morgan. I'm like, I have an idea for a pet portrait, but I wouldn't have time to do it. So if I were to do something, it would be something goofy like a pet rock. And Morgan begged me to do it, so I made a pet rock.
You know what you should do?
What?
just find a regular rock.
That's what I did.
As a sculpture, that's a sculpture. It's a real rock.
Oh, no, I straight up had to go grocery shopping, or I had to go grab something from Blick. I forget what I was doing. I was walking back, and I kept kicking rocks until I found a rock that I liked. I went to my workroom, and I washed it off in the sink, and I specifically chose my PVA glue because it would look like Elmer's glue dripping down everywhere, and I glued on googly eyes, and I glued on green yarn, so it's like goofy hair. That's it. And I drew a smile on it. That's literally it.
You ever seen Over the Garden Wall?
Yes, I have.
So George Washington.
Essentially.
That's a rock fact.
Yes. And Morgan was like asking for like display requirements and that kind of stuff, and I said on a pedestal, but you could put him anywhere. He's very sturdy.
I love the idea. I know it's the pet rock, but I love the idea if you made like a sculpture of the pet rock.
At some point I will. I just don't have clay in my room, and I don't want to have to go out of my way to like get the materials to do that, especially when I have like other classes I gotta worry about. Circling back to like the pet portraits itself, both that and Morgan's solo gallery, Dissociation Station, open and will be closing on the same day, February 18th to March 2nd. Pet Portraits is in West Tower lobby, and Dissociation Station is in West Tower hallway, so they'll be right next to each other. And the reception for Pet Portraits is on the 20th, while the reception for Dissociation Station is on the 27th.
At 6:30 to 8:30 for both of them.
Yep. So it would be like back to back.
Up next, we have The Message. Okay.
It's on the 5th.
Yeah, it's on the...
I don't know when it closes. They didn't give any information about that online.
It starts on the 5th. Reception's on the 13th.
Yes.
It's in the Banana Room.
And all they said was the gallery for the number one world's standard of garment silk screening. Garment Printing Club. That's it. That's all I know about it. That's all that was mentioned.
It's something by the Garment Printing Club.
I imagine it's pretty cool because the guys that run Garment Printing Club are pretty cool.
They're fun.
Yes. And now getting into other events going around the school, there's a lot happening, so buckle in, buckos!
Yeah.
We got the SGA meetings, as per usual, starting back up again.
February 7th and February 27th from 1 to 3 p.m. as usual.
On Wednesdays. I forgot to put that there.
As usual.
Yes.
Then Mac events. We have Valentine's Day Craft. I thought I saw something walking. I swear,
It's just the ghost of mass art, you know?
I've had 3 hours of sleep.
That's Marty.
So...
Jonathan. Morgan, you gotta come back. You gotta bully Jonathan for not sleeping.
Mac is doing a Valentine's Day Craft. It's in Kennedy 280. The 8th of February, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. And the 9th of February, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
These are also posted on the campus groups app as well. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called, right? I'm not psycho.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Happy Valentine's Day to anybody who celebrates.
Ew! Capitalism!
Consumerism!
Ew. I celebrate the
But
Satanic
chocolate.
Temple's version of Valentine's Day. I celebrate Lupercanus.
Yay.
Yay.
But if you don't celebrate Valentine's Day, the day after, Mac is hosting a crochet night. So you can crochet your sorrows away the 15th of February from 7 to 9 p.m. in Kennedy 280.
Isn't there like one of your friends on your floor doing like stitches and bitches or something?
I put that up later.
Oh, okay.
So,
I was like, I remembered it, but I couldn't find any information about it on the campus app thing. So I was like, what is stitches and bitches?
So next we have Bird Club. Bird Club is hosting a trip to Olmsted Park and Jamaica Pond the 3rd of February, pretty soon, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. You have to sign up before you can go on the trip. Otherwise, I don't know if there's any cost. So for context, I'm being aggressively flapped at. I'm very threatened. They're putting their authority. They're trying to ruin. No,
I can't. The bit's over. The bit's run out. Me and Sebastian just stood up and started waving our arms like birds just at Jonathan aggressively without saying anything. It's very fitting for a person named Robin to act like a weird bird. Wouldn't that be really fitting for somebody named Robin to be doing? And you know what else would be really fitting for a person named Robin to be doing? Robin the Bank.
Well, dressed as Robin.
Asterisk at Robin.
I love putting my contact in and shit like that in people's phones. I've been, like, because for my classes, I need to get people's contacts. So when they give me their phone to put my contact in, every once in a while, I cave into it and I just put my name as Robin in parentheses, D's nuts, or Robin in parentheses, da bank. I think I'm so funny for it.
It's hilarious. Then we have Zine Scene in Kennedy 280 from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. every Monday.
I'm pretty sure it's every Monday. I'm pretty sure. If not, it would be like bi-weekly, yeah.
Double check that.
On the campus app! Yeah! Yay! We also have some other events going on. Because the campus app is the thing now, I finally have easier access to what RAs are doing. So we have different events that each of the dorms are doing.
I was wondering how you got Smith events.
Yes, they're on there. Smith is no longer a cryptid.
It's become known to us.
We recently discovered Smith Hollis.
Okay, so artists, you should do artist
I should,
res.
because I live there. Artist res. R.A. Jenny on the 4th floor is going to be hosting an Eras Tour watch party tomorrow. So when I post this, it will definitely not be tomorrow because I got things to do tonight, like my laundry, because you guys had to just blow up your washer.
We didn't blow up our washer.
I don't live there, so I did nothing.
Yeah, you're fine.
No.
Screw you. I'm kidding.
You're not the one who had the fire alarm go off at 3 a.m. because someone messed up on the dryer.
I remember that.
on a day where I had an 8 a.m.
Treehouse is just constantly on fire. But yes, there's an Eras Tour watch party, and the watch party is to help with goal setting, planning, and a digital vision board, and rocking out to the Eras Tour movie. So if you're a Swiftie and you struggle with planning things and just being punctual about goal planning and that kind of stuff, you should go to that, because you can literally schedule your entire semester out if you're smart enough. And listen to Taylor Swift for, like, how long is the Eras Tour movie? Like 3 hours? That sounds like fun. I don't listen to Taylor Swift, so I wouldn't know.
Or make a vision board.
She's a marketing genius.
I love vision boards.
This is like, all of a sudden, all of Artist Res goes flocking to the 4th floor. It'll be from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Popcorn and juice is provided, and it's recommended that you bring a laptop, a tablet, and/or planner, whichever is your preference for recording every schedule thing that you may be doing. Treehouse, your turn.
Treehouse. So, Valentine's Candygrams? The 8th of February from 8 to 9 p.m. in the 3rd floor of Treehouse in the kitchen. You can go down there and build a custom candy bag filled with positive messages and learn about food resources on campus. Candy will be provided. That's why you go.
I love how they talk about food resources as if, like, not in my disruptive design class, like, a week ago we were talking about how food options are so horrible for people with, like, dietary restrictions, like being a vegan or vegetarian.
I couldn't imagine being allergic to peanuts.
I got, like, for my dinner the other day when I was in that class, I got beets, sweet potatoes, broccoli, and eggplant, and my professor walked over and she goes, "We were just talking about that. You were, like, saying how there's not a lot of good options." And I was like, they cycle through it on the salad bar. It's like once in a blue moon that they have stuff that, like, I would like. And I really like beets, sweet potato, and broccoli. If somebody hands me a bowl of beets, sweet potato, and broccoli, I will kiss the ground they walk on. Don't actually do that, because I don't want to get into trouble for hazing by accident or something. But that would be really cool.
The only salad I can handle is a Caesar salad. because it's just cheese. It's just like cheese and lettuce.
You don't even put like olives on it or something, or like
I like the
cherry
cheese and
tomato?
lettuce.
You don't put anything on. No feta.
Feta cheese is good.
But do you like not? Would
Moving on.
you don't put chicken on that, or like a nice
it's
salmon?
Maybe. Salmon? I don't eat seafood.
You wait. Say that again.
I don't eat seafood.
No. Salmon.
Salmon.
Oh my god, you're one of those bitches. I thought you guys were a myth. I didn't think people actually say salmon. What? Does everyone in Texas say salmon?
I'm saying what you're saying.
It's salmon.
Salmon. Salmon. Okay.
Continuing on past my bullying of Jonathan for being from Texas. Wait, did you guys say it too? Salmon?
Salmon.
Stop. My god.
It's a southern thing, I guess.
I guess so. Oh,
No.
they're stitching, bitch.
Yeah. So Gracie, thank me later. So then we have the
We have Stitch and
we
Bitch
have
on
Stitch
the
and
4th.
Bitch 4th of February at 3 p.m. I assume that's because it's a Sunday. So you're probably free. It's gonna be 16th floor lounge. All fibers are welcome. So if you just want to work on like something, you just go there to Stitch and Bitch lounge and just like
Me bitching about MCPH kids in my in the washroom for artist res. It's so uncomfortable. I walk down in like my PJs because my dorm, I can take the stairs downstairs by the washroom. It's really easy, but I hate doing it because I have to walk through 5 separate doors. I hate it. It's such a bad vibe. Yeah. But I'm like walking past there. I'm in my like slippers and like I love my Christmas penguin pants. I love my penguin pants. And I was wearing like a 1-piece shirt. I was just straight up in PJs. I think I forgot a bra or something. I forgot what I was doing. But I was walking down there and all of a sudden like it's like 3 in the afternoon. There's no reason that I like shouldn't be out of place. But I'm walking down there and it's like I just see a bunch of MCPH lanyards and everything. And I'm walking past and all of a sudden I just see all like simultaneously everyone breaks their necks to watch me walking with just like those MCPH lanyards. I was like, why do you care? What about me is so out of that? What out?
They feel threatened by
my penguin pants. I think that's it. But yeah, you should totally go to Stitch and Bitch. I love crocheting.
Fun fact, Gracie. Oh yeah, if you're not in Treehouse and you need someone to let you in, hold on, I have this open. Hold on, DM at Gracie. I'm doxing Gracie. DM at Gracie if you want to like figure that out.
Is that what her ad is?
Yeah.
Well, that's not. It's DM Gracie. How do you pronounce
Gracie with an I, Landry.
There you go. Because you can't just say DM Gracie. Not everyone's gonna know Gracie's at.
Okay, so do that. She taught me how to knit. Now I know how to knit.
Granny.
And she's actually a really good teacher. So go.
I might go to work on my granny squares that I'm working on. I'm working on making stained glass granny squares. Because I want to make like one long scarf out of them because I need a scarf.
Now for Smith Hall.
Sebastian, you want to take Smith Hall because you're also a cryptid? I'm joking.
Smith Hall. First, there was the self-love note on February 13th from 7 to 8 p.m. It's at the 3rd floor workrooms, and you make yourself a Valentine's Day card.
What are you cheering about for Jonathan? I'm like, I look over and I'm like seeing Jonathan just going like, what are you?
For love!
Yeah, for self-love! Yeah!
For loving yourself and people you like.
Sorry, I'm so nosy. I'm like the kind of person that is nosy to know things but do nothing with that information. I just want to know. But yeah, huh?
I won't tell you until after we get through the events.
Got it. I'm concerned. We changed the background, finally! It's no longer Hanukkah! It's the year of the dragon. It actually looks great.
For context, my entire floor has a group chat, and Robin is in it for whatever reason.
So the reason mostly is because at the beginning of the year, I kept meeting people and I'd be like, oh, what floor are you on? Everyone kept saying 17. And then I just found out I happened to already like befriend the entire floor by accident. And I went to their Friendsgiving and I saw everybody that I knew there with only like a few exceptions. And one day I stole Jonathan's phone and started texting from Jonathan's phone. Hi guys, it's Robin. Can I be an honorary member since I'm usually here? Because Jonathan or Aiden just drags me up here to the point where I'm like the fake 6th roommate for you guys at this point. Continuing on Smith Hall.
There's the Idea Pitch Night on February 17th from 7:30 to 9:30 p.m. at Smith Hall Tank.
I don't know where that is.
It's a tank.
Well, yeah, but like I don't know where that is in Smith Hall. None of us live in Smith Hall. So if you live in Smith Hall, you might know where that is.
Do people in Smith Hall have gills? Is that why they need a tank?
No, an actual army tank.
An army?
Wait, do they have an army tank
It's
in
a
there?
tank?
They have a tank in Smith Hall?
Maybe.
Yo, guys, we should deviously lick the Smith Hall army tank. Sorry, keep going. I'm so sorry.
Join R.A. Macy. Macy, that sounds like a sergeant.
A what?
A sergeant in the military.
Oh yeah. I was thinking like that's not what they're called. It's not like what was it when I hear mace, I know it's like the pepper spray, but I'm thinking of like
mace.
It's mace pepper spray.
No, but I'm thinking of like the you know like those weapons and you have like the handle and you got chains and
yeah,
it's
it's
like a spiky
mace.
ball. Is it actually called a mace?
Yeah.
It's a flail, actually.
That
yeah.
was mace.
If it has a chain, it's a flail.
Huh.
It's a mace if it's just a spiky ball.
Then that's what I'm thinking of.
All
That's
right.
actually really perfect timing on the subject of army tank and a mace. Anyways,
Okay.
God.
No offense, Macy. You seem cool.
Yes.
You're ready for war.
Join R.A. Macy in a practice presentation night. Pitch ideas you have to the group, sharpen skills for classes, and have fun with it. Make a PowerPoint or don't. It's low pressure.
Yippee! Basically, if you've played that one Jackbox game where you gotta bullshit a presentation, that's essentially what it is.
That's so much fun.
I did that over the break with my British friends, and I got yelled at for for saying I get bitches.
Why would they be offended by that?
No. It
It's
was
just
because
true.
I was at home and my mom was in the other room and she got mad at me for being like, yeah, I get bitches because I was trying to play along to what the script was showing in front of me. I didn't even win, which was sad. But I ended up leaving the call afterwards because I'm like, guys, I can't risk it. If I can't even say I get bitches, it's not worth it.
Oh, yeah.
You're-
Zeus Ball and Jabba Bite on February 2nd, so tomorrow. Technically.
Yep.
At 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. at Smith Hall Tank again.
In the tank.
In the tank.
You open the hatch, you're in the tank, pitch black.
You're in the
It's
tank, you charge, you fire a cannon.
Yeah.
It's non-Euclidean. It's like the space is bigger on the inside, so it's like the TARDIS.
Yes. Oh my god.
Not gonna lie, I always wanted to ride a tank.
Yeah, me too. I
There's
think everyone.
so okay.
Like, it's not like
Here's-
anyway, military thing. I just wanted to ride it. I just wanted the experience.
There's an actual. Okay, here's something really
the
funny.
masculine urge to
So-
ride.
I just want to do it.
So I believe it's like not Hampton. It's a town in Beverly, not like near Beverly or Ipswich. I forget what park it is, but I know where it is and how to get there. So what they were doing is when they were installing the park back around like the 50s, they were given an official World War II tank. And it's just parked there, and like the hatch to get in's been like sealed in, so you can't get into this thing. But I remember growing up, a regular thing every time we would go to this park. I love this park. It was just a regular thing that you do as a kid, and it was like a rite of passage. Climb the fucking tank. You would climb up to the tank, you would climb up the wheels onto the back, and then you would get and sit on top.
That's so awesome.
There's a baseball field there, and there's usually a baseball game. I never was there during a baseball game, but I always wanted to go when there was, so I could sit on top of the tank and watch a baseball game from on top of the tank.
You know what they should do?
What?
Every time it's a home run, they fire the tank in celebration.
So the tank is completely like decommissioned.
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah.
you know, like smoke.
Yeah.
Not nothing harmful.
That would be cool, but they don't do that. It's
Yeah.
more of just like a decorative.
You know, I didn't finish this part.
Yeah. They also have like a pool there, and for the longest time before they renovated it, it was just like an abandoned pool area. So it was just like slimy and gross and green and filled with like toads and stuff from the pond next to it.
Anyway, the Juice Bar and Java Bites in Smith Hall Tank on February 2nd, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Reminder.
It's a program they can come and learn Java Bites while also learning about on-campus and over-the-summer jobs for mass art. So, get paid.
I'm
A
applying.
lot of Smith events are like, get ready for a real life. Like, I don't like that. It's so weird.
I had a job
grow up.
once. I wouldn't recommend it.
Dude.
I got fired.
Ooh.
Oh.
I've been like trying.
I did
to...
nothing bad. I was just bad at my job. I just didn't like
Fair
it.
enough, yeah.
Oh.
I tried applying to a bunch of jobs over the summer before getting to college, and none of them would hire me. And I would go to the interview phase, and they'll be like, "Yeah, you sound great," and then they just like never respond. They would never like respond, and I would like have to email them directly myself, being like, "Hey, any updates?" And they'd be like, "Yeah, no, you weren't accepted." So I'm like, I was talking to my mom about how annoyed I got with them just like being like, "Yeah, we'll contact you," and never following up. So I would have to like plan out my days for hearing back, and I would just never hear back.
Why are you saying fucked up? Oh, can I kiss you?
I'm sure it's fine.
Alright. So there was where I lived. There was a comic shop,
Got it?
and they were hiring.
Yeah.
And I was like, whatever. I read comics. I could get a job there.
Yeah.
So I spoke to the owner, like through email. He's like, okay, this time I'll be there. Interview.
Got it?
I got there. 1 hour. He never showed up.
Jesus!
I was like, what the fuck am I doing here? I just left. I'm like, I'm not getting a job here.
I don't.
It's a bad store, by the way.
Yeah. I have like a whole beef about the current job industry, like applying for jobs and stuff, which could be its own podcast. That 42 minutes, are we at 42? 43, we're going on 44. I could take up just explaining how BS I think it is, but I won't. So I'm going to continue on to the next thing about the open swim at Simmons, because if I don't, I'm going to blow a casket.
Okay,
But
so
it's a tank.
the Colleges of Fenway Open Swim at Simmons Holmes Sports Center.
Yeah, sports.
Sport!
Nuts and sports.
It's well, the times are confusing. It's better if you just look it up or go to the campus groups app and look at what that day says it's open. But it's like, it's so
Sneak
annoying.
it all hours.
It's annoying. It's annoying because on Monday it's from 8 to 9 a.m.
AM. Okay.
Yeah. On Tuesday it's 8 to 9 p.m. Wednesday 8 to 9 a.m. again. I don't think it's open on Thursday.
I don't think. No, it's not.
Friday it's 12 to 1:30. Saturday it's not open. Sunday it's 12 to 1:30. So it's all over the place. And
Listening to that makes me feel like I just did a line of crack.
There's-
I say that every time I'm just mildly confused and not understanding the situation.
yeah, it's impossible to plan with, but anyone can go swim.
If you're a part of the COF,
Which
not
you
any,
are.
Yes, not just anyone. Anyone that happens to go to Simmons, MassArt, MCPH, Wentworth, and Emerson. I think I got them all.
Unless you're a Red Sox player, then we'll take probably come.
Probably.
We don't care.
Screw Northeastern.
Okay. Up next, we have an open day trip to New York City for the fashion design major on the 3rd of February from 5:50 a.m. to 10 p.m. So
I think you have to like register it via the campus groups app. There's not a lot of details about it, and I believe that if you're a fashion major, you can't. There's more information there. But what I do know about it is that you can shop at fabric stores while you're there and go visit museums while you're there too. I'm a little bit interested, but I just have like work I have to do, so I'd rather not go. And it's also I don't know who's going.
I have a date on Saturday, so I'm not going.
You go! Yeah!
But I do have a cousin who works at the MoMA.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
She got me in for free.
I'm jealous.
Yeah.
Are you looking up more information about it?
Yeah, but then I found this, which I realized we haven't talked about.
Oh, go for it.
But I can't find any information on it.
Uh,
It's like just this.
just explain what the poster says then.
Okay, so the Black Artist Exhibition is doing a call for art, which
Ooh.
Ooh.
there's no limit on the medium. Any and every art form is preferred, and more info is in the submission form, which has a QR code. So
That's great. That's great for a podcast format. Where is it
Yep.
posted specifically? Like, where'd you find it?
in SGA in the announcements tab.
Oh, oh my god, I should have checked SGA before doing this. No, duh! Jesus! Also, when is the call for art for the all school show closing? I just remember that one too. I forget when that one's closing.
I think it's pretty soon. I think it's the 4th.
I can check somewhere.
But I-
One of you guys can check while I rattle out the last bit here and stuff about the events. If you
Yeah.
if you guys want to do that.
Let's see if I can find anything.
I'll talk about the student leadership events while you try finding it. So, the Restore has volunteer training. Oh, are you planning to be on the Restore?
No, I just...
Oh,
I would like to.
that'd be cool. It'd be so funny walking in there and be like, "Hey, buddy. Hey, Sebastian."
Like you, take whatever you need.
Go. I'll look the other way. But on the 3rd, from 2 to 3:30 in Kennedy 280. So by the time this is out, you probably have already been there. But it is before their first shift. Volunteers, both all new and old. Why did I write all instead of old? Jesus. They must go through a short training process with their managers. And another student leadership event going on is the student leadership group interviews. So there are 2 separate interview for groups before it goes on to individual interviews later on. So on the 8th, there's the first round of group interviews at 5 p.m. And then the second round is on the 9th at 3 p.m. And they're both in Kennedy 280. The first group interview process is required. So if you apply to be a primer, an RA, a mission student ambassador, or Artward Bound mentor, you have to go to this group interview if you want to be hired. And I'm applying for that because I want to be a primer. And I know a lot of people want to be an RA as well. Like you,
Yeah.
Jonathan.
Like me.
Yippee! You can read out the next one and I can find the call for art.
Where were we?
We just got past the student leadership event, so it's Fix Your Bike.
Fix Your Bike.
It's back!
First Friday of every month from 1 to 3 p.m. So it's going to be tomorrow, 2nd of February, in case that wasn't clear. South Hall in 202. It's run by Joshua Hart, I know. So that's fun. I like him.
I got the information. You can finish that and I'll talk about the all-school show.
Yeah, he was my drawing studio for drawing teacher, and he's great. We have tools. They have tools for minor and moderate repairs, but they don't have spare parts. So if you need to replace something, bring the part in advance, and just like have a good attitude.
Have a jolly good time while fixing your bike.
Yeah.
I remember like Morgan asking if it was actually spelled that way, and I was like, yes, it's actually spelled Fix Your Y-E-R bike.
Because Joshua Hart is a gift.
I never had him, but I imagine he is. Going back to the all-school show call for art, it will close by 11:59 p.m. on Tuesday, February 13th. So the day before Valentine's Day. That's how you're going to remember it. The day before Valentine's Day is the last day to...
Valentine's Eve.
Yes, Valentine's Eve. So this is the largest exhibition where student work from all majors, including Studio Foundation, like us, get to display their work in a gallery space or screening event on campus. Over $5,000 in award money will be given to selected prize winners. Current undergrad students could submit their work by that time, and work submitted will be juried by major and curators by... Jesus! Work submitted will be juried by major by curators and faculty in that major. So the first week will be March 10th to the 16th. That'll include sculpture, communication design, studio foundation, part 1, because there's so many of us. Art education, art history, ceramics, industrial design, animation, film and video, and painting. And then the second week, from the 17th to the 23rd, will be illustration, the second part of studio foundation, photography, jewelry and metal smithing, sim, fashion, glass and fibers, printmaking, and architecture. And then the 24th to 30th will be the award show gallery. They have any questions will be directed to your major's curators, and also Morgan. I'm like further reading the bottom of this email. If you have questions or would like to get in contact with your major's curator, you would email Morgan, sga.vicepresident@massart.edu. Let's go, Morgan.
Hey, Morgan.
Yippee! Yeah, Morgan. Cool, Morgan.
Hey, Morgan.
We also have the Make with Ma'am Imagining Futures. Saturdays and Sundays from the 3rd of February to the 2nd of March from 12 to 4 p.m.
I imagine it's going to go further than that, but those are the dates listed currently on the website. So they may be continuing this afterwards. I figured that they are, but currently those are the days listed.
It's in the Barkin Family Big Idea Studio, which is in the MAM. It's that little room where you can do crafts depending on what's going on. Imagine a limitless future of joy as you unleash your inner artist in the Barkin Family Big Idea Studio every weekend. During this free drop-in event, experiment with recycled and found materials while dreaming up new futures through art making and creative exploration. Gain inspiration from our current exhibition, The Myth of Normal, a celebration of authentic expression which explores the importance of art as a way of fostering well-being.
Yeah!
And it's free.
It totally is. You should go. You gotta go. They were doing that last semester as well, so if you enjoyed it last semester, I recommend that you go again and support the MAM, because the MAM is cool.
The MAM is great.
Do you want to do open drawing? Because I know you were talking about that one earlier.
Yeah, okay. So every Tuesday from 6:30 to 7:30, South S101.
I just quoted what was said about it.
Open Drawing is a weekly live drawing session hosted by the illustration department. Free and open to students of all majors. Stop by South 101 each week on Tuesdays from 6:30 to 7:30 with your art making supplies. A nude model will be available for a variety of multi-length poses. So they did this last semester. It's fun.
Did you go to one?
No. But
I thought you did, so I was like, didn't you go to one?
I strongly thought about it and wanted to go, and then never ended up going.
I had class at that time, so I couldn't go.
Oh, bummer.
You had class after. Oh, well, you probably would want to just leave.
Yeah.
And
I have my glass blowing class at the time that it would start, so I can't really just like walk in because there's a nude model in there. And I figured this works how, nude model sessions work. When it starts and no one's allowed in until break.
Well, people are usually allowed in, but they just have to knock and wait for someone to open.
I've been late sometimes, and they don't care.
My escapades in glass blowing is very interesting. I don't know if I told you guys yet. I cinched my hair already.
Yeah, I saw.
So in glass blowing, it works similarly to ceramics. To the glass blowing majors, I am so sorry. This is like my second week doing this. So please bear with me as I try to figure out how to explain this. But what ended up happening was that it works similarly to ceramics. Like after you're done, you put it into a kiln and then it slowly gets cooler over time so it doesn't shatter into a million pieces like glass does. So I was helping somebody in my blow spot, Drake. I was helping him put his glass away, and I had him open the thing, and I would put it in. So 2 things happened. One, my gloves had. Are you looking at my putty?
I thought that was glass.
No, it's putty. It doesn't smell.
I thought it was cherry.
No, it's Rockstar. That's all that. No, it's rock and roll. I'm ADHD probably,
Okay,
but
okay.
I was putting the thing away and I had him open the kiln thing, and what ended up happening was, one, I didn't realize there was a hole in my gloves.
Great.
So I'm handling glass that's been like, in and out of the fire
Great.
with bare hands.
Awesome.
And I go to put it in the kiln. I'm wearing like a crop top because my one piece tank top needs to be washed. It's gross. And I didn't know how hot the sides of it were, so I didn't want to put my stomach to that. So I'm like leaning over, trying not to touch the side of the kiln, and I lean a little too far forward, and I put it in. I think I'm fine. I take my hands out. I'm like, yeah, I did it. And he starts like smacking my head. I was like, what is that for? And he's like, you singed your hair. And I'm touching my hair, and I see like going like this, like rubbing my hair. Flakes of my hair start going down, and it's like yellow. It singed my hair that the green hair dye in my hair went from green to yellow right down to the bleach.
You flew too close to the sun.
So I'm mostly fine for the most part. So thank you. I'm fine for the most part because I was planning to grow out the hair dye at some point. Because I didn't bleach down to my roots and I wanted to grow it out naturally, so I'm not over dyeing my hair. But I ended up burning like most of like the ends of the left side of my hair, and no one really noticed it because I like have my hair tucked back a little bit when I'm talking, because exactly. But when I mentioned it to people and I like fixed my hair to like show it, everyone's like, oh. So it goes from like my sort of bangs from the top of my head all the way down to behind my ear.
Ooh.
Yeah. I took a shower before this because I needed a shower. I was gross. And I was like, why does it smell so weird in the shower? And why is that smell following me? And then I realized, because I took a shower, the smell of burnt hair comes back out despite the shampoo. So I'm sitting in the shower and I'm like, why does it smell so horrible in here? It smells like, a pool's bathroom. And I realized it's the smell of singed hair. That was my escapade in glass blowing, and the reason why I would definitely not be able to make it to the open drawing on Tuesdays. Next up, Black Book Sessions. This will be on the 6th of February from 6:45 to 7:45, and DMC 109. It's on the first floor. So I was a little bit confused by this, but from what it says on the events page, one, you have to sign up for this. They have a link to go sign up, and it is a meeting for new people collaborating with artists across disciplines, and it'll be an information session to learn about what Black Book Sessions are and how to be a part of this creative community. And if they define what a Black Book Session is, so many graffiti artists carry around sketchbooks, and those sketchbooks are known as black books, and they ask crew members and others who work and that they admire to inscribe their books with letterings or drawings. So it's like a whole information setting about these sort of black book sketchbooks and working with other communities to sort of add to your portfolio.
But you have to sign up so they know if there's interest. And they can plan for the whole year. Mm-hmm. And because they want to have collaboration between people of different mediums. So that's fun.
Can I have my putty back? You can have Chienda. Do you want to explain Chienda to the viewers?
Oh yeah, I have a Mastodon plushie. She's a squishmallow.
Jesus, your hands are warm. This thing is hot.
He's from Texas.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Carry on.
I burn hot. Like Icarus. So, Chienda is a squishmallow, Mastodon. She's our Marty mascot. She's an actress. So whenever she's out with us, she's Marty.
Yes. I mentioned it to people on Mac, and it's like, yeah, but how expensive is it? And I'm like, it's like $20, $17.
I don't think it was that expensive.
It's definitely not. I only say this because I really hope I couldn't make it to the last bingo. I was just exhausted from glass blowing because my day goes from 10 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. just doing glass blowing. So I didn't make it to that one, but I really hope during the next bingo, the final prize for Blackout Bingo is a Chienda plushie. That'd be so funny.
Where to find this? Go to an HEB, which is just a Texas thing. Go to the Valentine's Day section, and it should be right there.
Oh yeah, there's like a specialized one because that one has hearts on it.
Yeah.
I just found it for $17 on Amazon, so you can also do that and be a lot more accessible and, you know, use the parts that, you know, use the funding from SGA.
No, but if they don't go on the quest, then they don't they don't learn the meaning of self-worth.
What?
They're not gonna go to Texas for that thing.
Did you hike all the way to Texas for that?
I ran.
That makes sense.
Okay, folks.
That covers basically all the events. We managed to do it. We have a half hour left before we get technically kicked out of here, but I'm pretty sure no one else is coming. I peaked the mic so badly. This is going to be a nightmare to edit. It's fine. Everything's fine.
I didn't even go to the bingo last night because I stayed up till 4 a.m. doing homework.
Like I said, I had like a 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. blow spot, followed by my glass blowing class from 1:30 to 6:30. I just want dinner and go home. I want to go home. I want to sleep. I'm gonna be so real though. I forgot today was the 1st, and then Sebastian puts in the chat, we have the recording today, right? And I looked at my calendar. I was like, oh shit, we do. So I threw together this entire script in the span of 1 hour, got into the shower, ran here.
That's
impressive.
funny.
I can't tell.
That's really funny.
I did it, boys. I pulled it together last minute. Even though I've been planning for this recording to happen on this day for basically the entire last half of January. The day of, I literally forgot.
Like the comic store owner who's going to interview me.
Yeah, I am that comic book store owner. It was me this entire time. I just happened to be in Florida that day.
You know, he actually ran for office.
Really?
For like a local seat.
Oh, I was about to be like, yo, you going up against Ronnie?
No, he's not.
Ronnie finally stepping out of his heel boots. We all know.
Rainbow Ronnie.
That's my political statement on Marty's Corner. Ron DeSantis wears heels. That's my political
But I'll tell you what happened to him. He got like third place in the primary. He got like 100 votes.
Yeah, I knew that. That's silly goofy.
No, I'm talking about the guy, but the comic store owner.
Oh.
It was like a local seat. He was not.
Speaking of heel boots, the reason I slept so late yesterday was because I had a photo. I did a photo shoot.
Your feet?
I modeled.
The sneeze didn't come. That's awesome. That sounds about right for you too.
What does that do with boots?
Because someone did my makeup.
And then you need to go, you need to complete it.
And yeah, then if you do a whole makeup, you
need a perfect
dress
fit.
up.
Yes.
Wear heeled boots and strut.
Whose room were you doing this one in?
We did it in the hallway, in the stairs, in the quiet room, in the workroom.
That makes sense. Wait, who prompted this? Who started it?
What's the context?
Yeah. I was I was thinking it's probably in the room with Addie, Ella, and Kara. One of them probably started it, didn't it?
Did I just break my phone case? I might have.
Shout out to that room in Treehouse. Did you break your phone case?
It's been breaking.
Oh. It's me for real.
It works.
Anxiety medication is the glue to my existence. That'd be a funny way to end off this entire podcast, wouldn't it? Saying that anxiety medications is the glue to my existence.
T still says peel your skin off. And
T said that to me while in my disruptive design class, showing me the artwork that they made for it.
What?
So we have a friend on.
I notice the dynamic of the podcast. You guys say something I don't know nothing about. I say what? Then you explain it.
did you listen to the Halloween episode?
Yeah.
Do you not remember the peel your skin off?
I do remember.
That's it. That's all the content.
So
you
it's
need
just
to know.
been there was Halloween, there was Thanksgiving, there was Christmas, there was New Year's.
When the Halloween episode actually breaks, and I spent like 3 days trying to recover it and then give up because it's unrecoverable.
Yeah.
The lost 4th episode. Was it 4th or 5th episode? I forget which episode it was.
We did the Daddy
It's the one with
Isekai
T.
Huh?
D&D.
We did. Oh yeah, that's what it was. It was the lost episode where we talked about Dad and Dungeons and Dads. I also found out that's already been done, and now I'm sad
Aww.
I've been trying to say this.
that Dungeons and Dad was already done.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Damn it.
That's lame. I thought it was so funny for that.
But ours is
It's
better.
so funny though.
Ours is so much better, even though I've never listened or watched anything from Dungeons and Daddies. I don't know anything about it, but I'm assuming ours is funnier.
I'm all caught up on season 2. It's so good.
So what's it called?
Is my idea?
Is it
Where's
similar?
my idea stand
They-
on it?
So they fought Papa John's. They
I can't win.
they killed. They
My idea already fails.
No, they fought Tom Brady.
Was Tom Brady referenced?
Probably, yeah.
Because
No,
my
they-
idea is that a bunch of 40-year-olds got isekai'd while driving to a Pats game.
Which at this, how the
Out of-
Patriots went this season, would have been a better option for them.
This is an out of context spoiler, but they went to the goof dimension, which was Family Guy, which was It's a world of pure humor, and the funniest thing, of course, is Family Guy. So it was. They rolled new characters, which were just like sitcom like characters, because the only way to exist in the goof dimension is to be objectively funny.
I'm saying this to my friend Will. I'm time stamping this point. What time is this? Thoughts.
And
That's all I'm gonna say.
One of the characters survived by just having the Garfield movie playing in their pocket.
Which one?
Is it like a live action one?
I think it was the live action one.
There's a new one coming.
Because canonically, I think it was the only movie their characters see.
I'm getting John. It's giving John. John Arbuckle. Jonathan, you're giving John Arbuckle.
I am.
I want to go up to people now and say that. You're giving John Arbuckle.
If someone told me that, I would die. I would.
I think I would cry
So-
if somebody called me John
I would
Arbuckle.
cry.
That's like the most depressive existence. Like there's like people that think there are characters that people would associate with like the worst, most depressive existence known to mankind, and I'm like, no. John Arbuckle gets no bitches, has been trying the same one for like what, 30 years now, no success. His best friend is a cat while his old roommate is locked in the basement.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, you don't know about his old roommate from the original comics?
No.
So he had an old roommate that was a part of the old comics, and that's where he got Odie from. But one day he just suddenly disappeared. The real reason is because the guy who draws it, I forget his name, he just got sick of drawing him and he thought his character was kind of pointless. But then there was like a Halloween game that came out for like a point and click game for Garfield, and it was based off like the cast of Montiago. And you go downstairs, and in the basement of where the guy was supposed to die is the roommate of John Arbuckle. And
get
it was
kidnapped?
never mentioned since, and it's just been like the Garfield accounts like every once in a blue moon just sort of slyly reminds the public about it or like jokes about it, because I know that people find it funny or like kind of screwed up. And it's a running meme now about how his roommate is locked in the basement and he took his dog.
No wonder he's getting no bitches. He's a psychopath.
I know a little too much about Garfield lore. Like how his parents were tomcats and like lived in the alleyway, and then when Garfield reunites with his mother again, he says he's sorry for not being there for her, and she goes, "No, you're living the life that all of us would have wanted for you," and I may or may not have cried reading that comic panel.
I didn't know there was Garfield lore in that regard.
Yes, there's Garfield lore. Garfield's mom lives on the streets. She belongs in the streets. Garfield's mom belongs in the streets. Quote me.
Oh my god! The new movie has it's Chris Pratt as Garfield because of course he is. Now I'm just imagining him going to like, "Hey, man!"
I think the movie is too pussy to talk about the fact that his mom lives on the streets and like he's offered to take her back into the house and live with them, and she goes like, "No."
That would win Oscars.
W. Garfield mother.
I don't think the movie's gonna cover it because his mom is like this much in the actual span of the Garfield lore. My partner's gonna listen to this and be like, "Yeah, that sounds about like Robin. That sounds like average Robin psychosis."
I think no, it's Jim's roommate who lives in the basement.
What is his name now? Like, you go on. I need to know his name.
We need to know more about the Garf mother.
If you told me to make
What
a
is
Garfield
his name?
movie, I'll probably
Lyman! His name was Lyman, and he was his roommate, and he owned Odie originally, and then he ended up in the basement in a point-and-click video game for Halloween.
Yeah,
That's the problem. I think that's the plot
I
barbarian.
remember John keeps someone.
This
in
is
the
my
basement.
visual proof. You just look Lyman up on Garfield and stuff on Google. That is my proof.
And this is one of those
Also-
Charlie date me.
Why is Garfield's mom kind of bad?
Shut
She
up!
lives in the streets.
Like,
Oh yeah, in that same video game, you can see Lyman's head in the oven as well.
So cannibalism.
Yes.
My
Garfield's mom is so extra.
my
Like,
He also has a dad, and his dad's like a fat cat too.
I love that.
my brother's his girlfriend sees
Oh my god, wait, his dad's in the new movie!
what?
Oh shit! Somebody already made like a family tree because we've seen Garfield's grandparents on both sides, so we know his grandfather and both grandparents. We know what his mom looks like, and now we just got his dad. So people are making a family tree about Garfield.
Wait, is Sam Jackson voicing his dad?
Huh.
I don't know anything about this movie.
I'm not gonna see it.
Can you look at this image? And there's a lot of power in this.
Oh yeah.
Oh, did you guys hear about the story how Bill Murray got involved in this movie?
No? What did he do?
Okay, so one of the writers is a man named Ethan Cohen. Now,
Also, we gotta wrap it up soon.
Alright,
so
so-
like,
okay.
speedball it, and then we'll like
So,
close it out for
the
tonight.
Coen brothers are a famous filmmaking duo. They're brothers. They made some great movies together. Big Lebowski.
Great, yeah.
No Country for Old Men. One of them name is Ethan. Bill Murray got a script for a guy named Ethan Cohen, who was nominated for an Oscar for writing. He's like, "Oh, this is the Coen brother." Now realizing this Ethan Cohen co-wrote Toy Story
Okay.
and made a bunch of bad kids movies afterwards.
Got it.
So he got duped into signing this bad movie, thinking it was something serious.
Hell.
Because these two people who are unrelated share the same name.
That's fucking funny. That's something I would do. Second season. Yippee!
Guess what, bitches? I signed a movie with Steven Spielberg. No, it's not that guy. What?
If you see a bitch with a bad bob in the alleyway, that's not me. Bitch, who is this? If you see a bitch with a bad bob and bad vibe, that's not me. Bitch, who is this?
Is this real?
Let me see.
Oh yeah, those are real.
Garfield and Garfield A Tale of
I
Two
think
Kitties.
this is a good point to end it because we've got like what 15 minutes left. And
No,
we're already...
we need to talk about Garfield for another hour.
No,
We
we're
need
not
to talk
talking
about
about
the
Garfield
Garfield.
for another hour. I can't talk about Garfield for another hour because I know that I could, and I would lose my mind.
I'm gonna talk about Garfield, the movie. I haven't seen the movie since I was a little kid, so I don't remember anything.
I'm wrapping this up.
Yeah.
It was a good night, everybody. A great way to start off our semester. And we're talking about baby Garfield.
Why does it just say he gets bigger? It's picture of
We're
Garfield.
ending this.
Why is it?
Why did we by Chris Pratt?
Thank you for listening to Marty's Corner as you do every week for some reason. We love you for it. We are on Spotify and YouTube. We are looking to add on to iTunes. We got a solution to that, so I have to do that probably either tonight or tomorrow, of setting up an iTunes account so we can upload to Apple Podcast. And yeah, thanks for listening. I am wrapping this up before we go on a whole tangent about the Garfield lore.
Remember, this was Garfield.
Have a horrible Monday.